And because he denied those extra claims, the breadth of argument during the lawsuit expanded to include those as well. And the media evidently latched onto the cheating claims because Billy was denying those, and that was his main reputation. So on one hand, the reason Billy originally...
There he is. There's our hero. Okay. So this is what I mean about, like, Carl seems like sort of weaseling technicalities to make his position technically true, but it sidesteps, like, the primary, like, contention, you know. Yeah, so there were a lot of statements he made there. He made the argument that since his video in its entirety had already destroyed his reputation with true statements, there was nothing left to destroy with further statements that were not true. I mean, it's basically what that argument is saying, is that even if that final statement wasn't true, it's okay because all of the true statements had destroyed him. There was nothing but dust, which, you know, I mean, they're attacking, like, two different parts of Billy Mitchell. One is sort of attacking his, you know, it's like, he's not just a video game player, you know? Yeah. This would be a bad drinking game. I think it's kind of it is kind of a ridiculous argument. That there could possibly be a point where someone's reputation could be so bad that you can no longer damage it. I don't think that's, like, possible, and that's kind of the argument he's making. And he said that that's, like, a concept in Australian defamation law. I don't know if he's correctly using it. I would need to do more research, but I don't know if he's correctly understood that sort of mechanism of defense against defamation. And I mean, I guess the judge agrees with me because it didn't land as a defense. So hold on, yeah. So I mean, the defense itself is kind of like whatever. I think it's bullshit, but more so than that, Carl is arguing here that because he introduced those elements as part of his defense, that made them relevant to the court case, which makes it justifiable to continually mention them always, every 20 seconds, to constantly mention that the lawsuit is about him cheating, when no, the lawsuit is primarily about the Apollo Legend statement, the offending statement, and Carl tried to use the fact that his statements about him cheating were true as a defense of the offending statement. Because Carl brought it in, that means it's about that. Like, no. Like, you can bring in anything you want as a defense. And there's even a screenshot of a tweet where Carl's like, Billy wants to make the lawsuit about Apollo Legend, but I'm not going to let him get away with that because I really want this to be about the cheating. Now, I'm paraphrasing. I'm making it sound worse than it actually was. I'll see if I can find it, but he said something along those lines. And so the lawsuit, Billy Mitchell didn't bring any of that shit in. Carl brought all that shit in. So Billy Mitchell sues him for the defamatory statement about Apollo Legend. Then Carl's defense is, but I said you cheated at video games. And then Carl describes his lawsuit as, the lawsuit has a lot of elements about Billy cheating at video games. Like, you have aggressively manipulated the narrative there entirely to conceal the true nature of the suit, in my opinion. You know, so it's a ridiculous notion. You know, if Carl sues me for my reaction video, and then I bring in as a defense, well, Carl's a pickup artist, I can't then go, guys, Carl is suing me, and the lawsuit, it's all about Carl being a pickup artist. It's like, what? No, it isn't. And, you know, and then he says the thing about the cheating every video. He says it 100 fucking times. He says maybe once that it's about a polar legend. So, totally disingenuous. And that is further reinforced by the fact that Barlow, the judge, said, I have made no determination about whether Billy Mitchell cheated at video games. It's not like I haven't made a decision either way whether that's true or not, because it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't. It doesn't matter. This contextual truth, as Carl is using it, which again I'm not sure is correct. I would have to do more research, not a lawyer. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. Anyway, welcome, Ace. Yeah, the truth will come out.
Legend, but on the other hand, because he doesn't get to just isolate that one paragraph...
He does, actually. He absolutely does. If everything else in the video is not relevant to his specific claim, he doesn't need to introduce it.
And ignore everything else in the video, the cheating allegations, along with other more serious claims, became involved. And ultimately...
Because you brought them in.
The judge did agree that those other claims were made,